So thanks for joining us today. Today I have Daniel Williams, who's a local artist and illustrator. Hello, thanks for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. So Daniel is a personal friend of mine from back in my time at UAB, our time at UAB. So
Go
it's just,
Blazers.
yeah, it's a pleasure to have you. Um, so yeah, I wanted to ask you, like, when did you really begin to love art and kind of decide that you wanted
Mm.
to be an artist?
I can say I loved art, I guess, throughout all my life because that's all I used to do is draw and whatnot. But I guess the real love of art came when I got to UAB. I really didn't know you could be an artist, I guess, for a profession until I met like my guidance counselor or whatever you call,
Yeah.
whatever the lady that tells you about majors and stuff. She let me know that they had like an art program. I was like, oh really? So I was like, yeah, let me do that. So that's when like the love of art pretty much took off right there.
Yeah, and you really did excel at your time at UAB. I see behind
Oh,
you your picture that was at AVA, which was the building that was built. You know, when I was a graduate assistant and you were a rock star artist, you know, and your portrait, along with a couple of other students, were put on our walls. I believe it's still there.
oh,
Right?
is it?
Is it? It probably is. I haven't been in the building in a while, but I mean,
Me,
I like to imagine all of you
hopefully.
are still chilling on the wall. I kind of wanted to talk about another project that I know that we had some patrons who came in, and I mentioned they said four strikes.
Oh,
Um,
really?
yeah, I want you to maybe tell our viewers what that is. And I know you're involved with that. And I had some patrons who said that they were actually in the library practicing their drawing. It was two kids. They were like, you know, in high school. And I was like, this looks really good. This reminds me of my friend's project, Four Strikes.
Uh-huh.
And then I told them who you were, and they were just starstruck. So they were like, "Oh yeah, we love Four Strikes." So that's really
Oh
cool.
man,
So
that is
yeah,
really cool.
yeah, I would like you to talk about that if you would like.
Four Strikes is a collaboration between me and Blake Showers. Blake Showers originally came up with the idea of Four Strikes. And this is an offshoot of this conversation real quick, but the reason I wanted to do this interview with you really is
Uh-huh.
when me and Blake Showers were when we were in the concepting stage of Four Strikes, we used to meet at the Birmingham Library and like the Birmingham Downtown Library, and most of our meetings from the start surrounded around finding books and whatnot and doing research right there in the library. So I was like, shots out to libraries.
Yay! Yeah, like we'll keep that in the interview. Because I
Okay.
feel like, yeah, I mean, it's really great to hear, you know, our friends and the public and patrons, like, you know,
Hmm.
um, to know that you guys appreciate us. So thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, the project, like where did the name originate from with your friend? And then
Hmm.
what is it about?
Four strikes. The name originated from like it's a baseball term. So it's like, it's like you get three strikes and you're out, right?
Yeah.
So the fourth strike is like you getting a second go at it thing, second go at it, type of thing. So
Yeah.
that's like he's getting like a second go at life. So that's where the name came from. Um, Go ahead.
So oh, I'm sorry. It's like and I don't know much about it, but is it based on one kid in the graphic novel?
Right now it is based on one kid. His name is Malik Williams. He's from Vulcan City, Alabama. Um, and it's pretty much based on his life right now. But we do have like a rich world we're creating. It's like you will find a character you would like besides Malik in it if you read it. So.
I have seen and admire some of your work from, you know, our school days and afterwards, and have
Hmm.
noticed that you have kind of a expansive uh body of work, you could say, of inspirations. And so I was
Yeah,
wondering, yeah, like what inspires you and your work?
yeah, it's a broad question. Like, just life itself kind of inspires me. Like, I can be walking down the street and I can see a cloud in the sky, and it's like, oh yeah, that'll look good. And like in one of my signature yellow clouds, just the way the shades and the reflections and the shadows on the cloud, just stuff like that. Like and stuff, such social issues also get to me. It's like I do a lot of superheroes as
Hmm.
just working like everyday jobs. It's like
Yeah.
sometimes I see people and I'm like, you could be doing something else, bro. Like some real dope stuff for real.
So you've also brought with you some artwork illustrations for us to look at, and some Four Strikes illustrations, maybe.
Yeah, some pages. Went out and printed out some pages to show y'all, just
Nice.
just to tease you guys, so you can go check them out. This is like
Very
our
nice.
first official cover, which is dope. I really like that page.
That's really cool.
This is character sheet of
Oh, wow.
gotta read it.
I do need to start reading this.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Yeah, Blake,
Wow.
the artist Blake Shower really is. He's something else.
Wow. That's so cool.
Yeah,
That is incredible. And then you have some of your own artwork too.
yeah. I have a couple of pieces. Let me see. I did actually just wanted to show at least the two pieces I was referring to with the heroes and everyday jobs and whatnot.
Oh, I love that. Yes.
Yeah,
It's a
it's
library.
yeah.
I love that. That's incredible. That is
And
so great.
yeah,
Nice.
yeah. Thank
I
you.
like the hang in there in the background. That's
That's
really
my
great.
thank
How
you.
has COVID, since it like manifested early last year, how has it affected your creative process? I know that you used to be doing like shows with other artists in the city.
Yeah,
And so
yeah.
like how did it affect you? Did it affect you personally? And also like how have things kind of changed with that?
Let's see. Definitely the shows have definitely went down. Like I don't think I've been to an art show since
Mhm.
the whole COVID situation, and then still now, I might go to one tomorrow though. So you never know. Uh,
Nice.
I just maybe. I don't know if one's tomorrow. If there is one, maybe. But me personally, it's a lot of people been reaching out for design work here and there. A lot of people been thinking about like their own brands and building their own thing while COVID like went down. So I've been getting a lot of, I don't want to say a lot, but I've been getting requests from like just album artwork and logo work from just people that need it done.
So what is the importance to you of supporting community and supporting local artists? And
Uh,
it's a given question, but it's a good
yeah. No, it's a great question. Like that's a real big question though. Like that's the community. Like the community is like artists. That's what artists want to be. They want to be in the community. They want to serve the community. They want to make their art, reflect the community. Like artists there within the community. You can't. It's hard to separate the two. Like their art represents, how they're feeling about the community that they're in. So it's kind of hard to separate an artist from the community in the sense that
absolutely.
like their work really does reflect their environment. But
Absolutely.
yeah, in that way, it's like I love supporting my local artists. Like I'm like kind of like dripped out in local gear right now, so like that's just part of my whole like if I'm not supporting local, like what are you really supporting? Like these are the people that's going to affect your community, like not the community that's a couple of miles away, but your community. So if you support artists, like I think the community is just going to flow with the artists. Like the more you support the artists, the more the community is going to come up.
Like, what brings you joy in life, and how are you making time for it, especially in the last year where everything is really crazy in the world?
What brings me joy in life? I guess being able to just sit down and then not only create art but enjoy creating art. Like um that has always been like a sacred place for me. Just the ability to sit down and just tune everything out and create. Like that really does bring me joy. And I always make time for that. Like I don't think I would be me if I couldn't make time for that.
What are you reading these days, and what are you watching? Are you watching any cool shows or movies?
What am I reading? Right now, I'm always waiting Sundays for the One Piece drop. So shouts out to One Piece. And I read the other manga that come out that day too.
Such as
Uh
what?
this is Jujutsu Kaisen. I read that. My Hero Academia. I read that. Dragon Ball Super when that comes out. I read that. One Punch Man. I read that when that comes out. And I got to get. I need to read some more stuff. I need to find some more stuff to read. I'm too caught up.
Well, come into the library sometime and we will help you. Um,
Okay.
so yeah, are you watching, like, do you watch films? Like, are you into movies or TV at all?
Yeah, I am, but currently I try not to sit down and watch too much because I just sit there and just start watching all day and just end up doing nothing. So,
Yeah.
so that's why I try to consume my media through reading manga and whatnot. So, but I am watching. I get caught watching food shows all the time. So, like Iron Chef,
Yeah.
I watch that all the time, and just anything on Cooking Network. If they cooking something good, I'm probably watching it.
I was just wondering, for our viewers, if there's anybody watching who is, passionate about art and wants to, like, really take that step and become an artist, um,
hmm
what sort of advice would you give them?
My advice would be just to create. Like, if you can, just create in any fashion or form that you can. Like, and never take the nose. Like, if somebody looks at your art, it's like I don't like it. Hey, it's your art. Like you define it. You define what looks good to yourself. Like if you put in the time with your work, like the progress will show. Like it's unbelievable what you can do if you stick to it.
How can viewers find your work? Um, and I know that social media exists.
hmm
So
It does.
yeah, so do you
That
have a
is a thing.
page? Yeah. So do you have a page
uh,
for anybody to go and look at your stuff?
yeah, I have an Instagram page. It's the will underscore summer. DAWILL underscore SAMA. And also you can find Four Strikes at, I think it's at underscore Four Strikes. That's also on Instagram. Um, I think that's it for me. I think
Yeah.
I'm not social like that for real.
But I know that you guys, you had told me you're going to be working on, like, the next issue of Four Strikes, like, sometime in the
Yeah.
future. When do you think that will come out?
Um, Currently, our issues are coming out every 2 months in Saturday PM. It's an offshoot of Saturday AM. It's a online magazine where they host a couple of pretty good manga series.
Oh,
and
nice.
it's very diverse. Like that's one of the reasons we wanted to join them personally. Is they have like a lot of representation. Like you really don't see like representation like that in any type of media for real. Like they got all types of protagonists going on.
And where is this like that people can go to watch?
They can go read it at Saturday. It's at Saturday AM, and
Okay.
that's the Father magazine, and you can read Four Strikes in Saturday PM.
Well, Daniel, it's been such a pleasure catching up with you and seeing
For
that you're
sure.
doing really great. And, I wish you all the best. Keep me updated and come visit us at the library sometime.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
All right. Bye.
Peace.